Right, so welcome back. After putting the video up of the Fox Frontier X extension, and no, stay there. Sorry, I'm at home and I've got the dogs are now come into the bivvy. And yeah, so what I do, I've got quite a few messages and people asking me, emailing me, even people coming along, they've seen it on the bank when we're fishing and stopped and asked about, can you fit 2 beds in it? Now I wasn't sure, I thought you could, and I said in the original video that you probably could. So what I've done is I've borrowed a bed and I've got my bed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few different configurations so you can actually see how it fits and how it can fit. So one of the beds I've got is mine. It's a Fox flatliner. It's a 6-leg version. The length, I'll do it all in centimeters, millimeters and inches, so you're covered. So the length is 87 inches. Which is 2,210 millimeters and 220-ish centimeters. And the width is 33 inches, 840 millimeters or 84 centimeters. I'll probably put a picture up here so of the measurements or something like that, so you can use it in case you can't hear me. So anyway, the bed I've borrowed is a Cyprinus memory foam bed. Now you'll see it when I put it, it hasn't got the sleeping bag on, so it will probably be a little bit bigger with the sleeping bag, but not much. But the length is 82 inches, 2,080 millimeters, 208 centimeters, and the width is 31 inches, 790 millimeters and 79 centimeters. So that's the bed. So if you've got a bed that's different to these, you can gauge whether yours is slightly bigger, slightly narrower, longer, whatever, you know. So what I'll do now is I will put the bed in a few different configurations and show you how they can fit. Now for this, I've got the complete front off the Frontier. I've got the poles spread as wide as I can get it, and the porch is on with the door undone. So yeah, we'll put the bed in a few positions and show you now. Right, you'll have to bear with me with the lighting. Obviously this bivvy is quite dark inside, and now it'll give you the idea anyway. So at the back there I've got the Fox flatliner 6-leg, and it's pushed right to the back. And if I go back, you'll see what I've done now is put the Cyprinus down one side. Still got plenty of room to get out the door. You've got hand width there, hand width, I think you can see it there. The poles are out of the way. Yes, I mean if you set up quick you could probably bang your head on the pole, but there's plenty of room there to get up. And then you've got, as you can see, probably sort of 2 to 3 hand widths there, so plenty of room there. You've still got plenty of storage around the sides. So the look from this way, if you're on the Fox bed, as you can see, you've still got plenty of room to get out. You'll still put a chair over that side as well. So that's one way. Now obviously with this we've got the head this end, which is near this person's on the Fox bed's feet. If you didn't want that you could flick it round, but I'm going to show you another way around that as well in a minute. Right, so all I've done now is left the Cyprinus bed where it is, and I've just angled the bed, the Fox bed, at an angle in the bivvy. So now what it does, it pushes the feet a bit further away from the head end of the Cyprinus bed. You could always, if you wanted to, turn the bed completely around and have heads the same end, so you're not sleeping next to someone's smelly feet. Right, so in this shot what you'll see is I've now put both beds side by side with the head end in the back of the bivvy, down the bottom end of the bivvy, so you can see there still plenty of room in the middle to get out. I'll just show you there's room down the sides of the bed and at head end. So yes, the pole, as you can see there, it's close, but you could bring it away because you've got plenty of room down the centre. You can quite easily get a bivvy table there. As you can see, the heads are not right up the end. There's room down each side. Over this side, you can see a bag or something down there. You've still got storage under the bed, and as you can see, if I spin the camera around from this end, you've still got plenty of room here and here to put a chair or other bits and pieces, do your cooking, whatever. So plenty of room there. Just show you again this way. Obviously if you've got like some of the wide boy beds, then that, you know, it might be a bit more of a struggle to get it in. Right, so what I've done for this one is put the Fox bed back in the bivvy, flat to the back again, and then I'll spin round. I've shut the front door, well, part of it's open purely to let some light in for the film, but I've opened the side door, as you can see there, and I put the cyprinus bed lengthways that way. Now, I was going to shut the door. I've got the door open and tucked there. What I was hoping to do was to put it this end so you could sort of have half the door open so it covered the bed in, but the zip don't work that way, it has to go that end, and it's the same for the other side as well. So this is okay, providing you knew there was going to be no rain coming in the front. But yeah, there's still plenty of room. I'll show you. You've still got, I don't know, you know, as you can see there, look, quite a bit of room before it comes down. This is, I would say, if the water was dripping off of the top here, you would be about, I would say, about there. So still, you're in the inside the bivvy, but that's another way of having it done. And you can always shut the door if it really rained bad. So, and as you can see here, if I go back over here, look, you'll see there's loads of room in there. I'll tell you what, you could probably fit another bed in there. Not that you wouldn't have no room, but I mean, at a real push you could. Or what I had, I've literally just sold it, I had a child's bed, and that would have fitted across that way quite easily. So you could get 3 in here, you know, 2 adults and a child. If you take your partner and one of your children with, or take an older child and a smaller child, depending on how you go fishing. So you could get away with that. What I'll do is I'll measure that gap there and put it up on the screen so you can see what that is, just in case you do decide to look for a bed to go in there. Right, so in this one, as you can see, I've got all the front on, still got the door undone for light, purely for just for light. I've got the bed, cyprinus bed, down the side again, and I've got the fox bed in the bivvy pushed right to the back. Now, the difference this time is I've put the head this end, and you've got feet, and head that end, so you're not next to each other's smelly feet. This is quite a nice way, I think, because you've got plenty of room. You can both quite comfortably get out, and as you can see, the beds are not touching. It's sort of away from the bivvy, so any condensation or anything, you're not going to get that. But as you can see, I'm now sitting on the fox bed. There's plenty of room for you both to jump out your bed quickly to go and get, if you get a run in the night or something, so you're not going to sort of fall over each other. So the other thing I think with this is, which is quite nice, is if you've got a fishing and it's a shitty day, this area here is still quite a decent size. You could quite comfortably put 2 chairs and a bivvy table in there and sit there and have a cup of tea while you're watching the water. If it's a really crappy day and it's raining, and you're not on top of each other, you've got a nice bit of space. Obviously during the night, what you have to do is just fold your chair down, chuck it under your bed, so you've got this space here is then free to run out in the night. Just bear in mind that the side doors are lower than the front door, so if you do run out, if you're quite tall, you can be banging your head a couple of times, but it does work. I have used it that way. If you've not seen my other video, go back and see, have a look at that, and that does all the different options of how I use it. Right, there's just a few ideas of how you can use 2 beds in the Frontier X with the extension or porch on the front, with the front out of the bivvy. Now, I know this isn't going to be for everybody, but I got asked questions, and I said to people, if you ask me questions, I'll try and answer them as best I can. So that's what I've done. I've borrowed a bed, put it up in the garden, and put the 2 beds in, and just chucked in a few ways just to help you and show you. It's a shame really, because 2 weeks ago I sold a child's bed, because my kids no longer, they've moved away now, moved out and moved away, and they don't come fishing anymore, and this bed has sat in the shed for ages, and I just put it up for sale to get it out of the way basically. Otherwise I could have put that in and showed you 3 beds in the bivvy. So yeah, hopefully that helps. If you've got any other questions, you know, send them over, and I'll try my best to answer them for you.